Coming at you full-fledged, it's your boy Regg, with another video for y'all, man. Welcome, YouTube. Now, we coming straight in, bro. We got breaking news right now. The Brooklyn Nets have fired Steve Nash as their head coach, and they are inquiring several head coaches for the position, but mainly recently suspended head coach of the Boston Celtics, Ime Udoka. Now, before we go get into the Udoka part of this whole scenario, we got to acknowledge the root, not the fruit. Let's acknowledge the root, not the fruit. A lot of people acknowledge the fruit, but not the root first. So we're going to acknowledge that. Now, the biggest story of this past offseason was Kevin Durant wanting that trade from the Brooklyn Nets, the man in the trade. And why that was, it was because he felt that the general manager and the Brooklyn Nets owner, Joe Tsai, they didn't hold up to their end of the bargain. They were supposed to, of course, keep Kevin Durant happy. And one of those ways keeping Kevin Durant happy was signing Kyrie Irving to that max deal, which they didn't do. They stuffed him. Now he on a 1-year deal. And part of that was because of that damn, that whole vaccination mandate in New York City. Then the NBA saying, the Nets saying, you can play part-time, but then you can't play at all. And then they want to put that on, then they want to blame KD for that. They listening to the media. Why they not listening to KD? But KD, you wanted KD, but now you listening to the media who not on his side. Like, that don't even make sense. So they snuffed Kyrie, and when you sign two players like Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, you gotta be all in. You can't sign them for just through 4 years, then you done with them. That don't even make sense. So I would be mad. I would be upset, and he demanded to trade. And his ultimatums to Joe Tsai and the general manager, his name ain't coming in my head right now, was the only way I stay with is if, of course, somehow we nix this contract with Kyrie and get him a max deal, and you fire that same general manager as well as Steve Nash. And that's what they did. So it looks like Kevin Durant is getting his way. And I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it because when I first I was optimistic when they first signed Steve Nash, man. I thought, like, damn, these are three high IQ players, Steve Nash, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant, that can all coexist and make something work. I was optimistic, but you know, optimism can only go so far. You got to be realistic. And I saw some things that gave me a cause to pause, like Steve Nash, while great point guard, top 15 point guard of all time, top 75 player, while a great offensive force, a great point guard, he was never known for his defensive prowess. If anything, that was one of his biggest weaknesses. And not to mention that he had Mike D'Antoni as his assistant coach. Then he had Amari Stoudemire on the coaching staff as well. So what it was looking like to me was this was a retread of those old mid-2000s Phoenix Suns team trying to get them a ring, but on the coaching staff, and using Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving as the minstrels, per se. And you saw it in the that third season when they went against the Bucks in that 7-game series. Kevin Durant was one of those games in the series he played every minute of every game. That's some Wilt Chamberlain shit. I've never seen nobody, probably outside of look like LeBron circa 2018. I haven't seen no superstar player play every minute of every game, and that can be contributing. While it did go 7 games, that could be a contributor to why They lost the series. Kevin Durant was burnt out. And again, you got Mike D'Antoni as the assistant coach. He's basically a liaison between the system they running. Well, he's really coaching the team, really, because they was pure offense, no defense at all, no real system. They was playing street ball out there, and it caused them to lose. Now, I'm not gonna completely blame Steve Nash. In some cases, he was given a raw deal. Yes, Irving and Durant initially wanted him, and they ended up getting Kenny Atkinson fired, who is, I think, the assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors now, which they probably should have kept looking back because he just won him a championship. They got rid of Kenny Atkinson for him. Kevin Durant, of course, was injured the first year. Kyrie as well. The second year, he come back, minutes restriction. Third year, they come to the second round, 7 games. 4 years, year 4, they get swept in the first round. But, again, you got the COVID vaccine shit with Kyrie, got injuries with KD, trades and shit. LaMarcus Aldridge retiring in the middle of the season due to heart complications. All that shit, man, all that shit festered, and it turned out to be a kind of a letdown for Steve Nash. And I don't think Steve Nash, he was given too much too soon. Yes, he was I understand that he was a player development coach for those championship Warriors in the late 2010s, but that's not nothing like no head coach for no superstar. Head coach as a superstar, you gotta know schemes, you gotta know personalities. It takes more than just being a name and a former player to be a head coach, man. It takes more than that, and he didn't have it. Steve Nash, I hope you get another job. But this time, man, you got to go to a development team. Probably like, not even at this point, the Orlando Magic. Probably like, shit, for real, you got to go to a bad team, bro. Not even the Orlando Magic. I would say the Utah Jazz, but they looking good. Probably you got to go to a development team. This is definitely not the end of Steve Nash as a head coach, but he got to build up some esteem in that those circle of coaches, because when you don't have players like that, when you don't have a James Harden, a Kyrie Irving, and a Kevin Durant respect you as a player, they damn sure not going to respect you as a coach, because all 3 of those players look at themselves to be a better player. Now, all time, top 75 is Kyrie Irving, the top 75, no. But tangibly, he is a better player than Steve Nash. And when you got Kyrie Irving at your house, I don't know how true this is. I think it is true. I heard this before. I think this is true. When you got Kyrie Irving at your house saying that you should give both of your MVPs to Kobe, bruh, you should know your time is up as coach, bruh. They don't respect you. And if Kyrie Irving did that shit to me, I'd be backing Kyrie Irving on some shit. But if Kyrie Irving did that shit to me at my home after I invited you, I'm telling you, get the fuck out my house, you weird ass dude. And I don't care what happens after that. You're not gonna come to my house telling me no insulting shit like that. But the writing was on the wall for Steve Nash, man. And now the Nets are looking for a new head coach. And where better to look? Where better to look than the fucking dude who just took his team to the finals his first year? Now, of course, he's suspended. He's suspended for this whole 2022-2023 season. So the Nets got to have a placeholder coach. I don't know if he's going to be good or bad. This is per Woj. You know, Woj coming out with that accurate information. So, yeah, they definitely need to pick up Ime Udoka. Sign him to a a long-term deal. He already got the experience. He already was on the Brooklyn Nets coaching staff. Then before that, he was on the San Antonio Spurs staff. So he knows that Nets culture, bro. That's the perfect piece. Then after that, they can make some make some trades. They can sign some free agents. I heard Dwight Howard was seeking to get on that team. That's gonna be a good look for them. And not to digress too much, but if Draymond Green getting max money, there's no way that a borderline, I'm not gonna call them top 75, but a top 100 player like Draymond Green should be begging for a position. He is what they need right now. They need interior defense. They need interior scoring, which I think he can still average probably like 8 to 11 points a game. And they need rebounding. They need all this. So, congrats, Brooklyn Nets. You finally came to your senses. You're done listening to the media. You're listening to your players who you sign, who are going to help you get to the goal you want, which is more viewers, more revenue, championships. You're listening to them, which makes sense. Kevin Durant, you getting your way. Brooklyn Nets, you out the media, out the negative way. You're looking to get Ime Udoka. Hey, get Ime. Fuck what everybody else saying with the media, but all him. Let him, put him in some sex classes, because this nigga love knocking women down. Put him in some sex classes. Handle that confidentially, because they have no problem leaking out all the black man's issues. Handle that shit confidentially, privately and confidentially, because privately that gives off the impression again that that's their choice. Confidentially, that's a mutual choice. Have them handle that. Sign him. Do what Kevin Durant and Kyrie asked y'all, man. Kevin Durant just signed another long-term deal. It look like he about to retire in Brooklyn. He trying to get a championship, man. I'm pro viewer. I'm pro consumer. I'm not pro player. I'm not pro owner. I think both of them, I think the truth is in the shades of gray. I think the owners need their piece of power, and I think the players need the piece of power. But ultimately, it should benefit the consumer, because the consumer is spending their money on it. So, from a consumer standpoint, I don't want to see KD go to no damn Phoenix Suns. I don't want to see KD go to no other team. This is the perfect team for him. This is the Eastern Conference Los Angeles Clippers. He needs to stay on that team with Kyrie. They need to build a culture. They need a experienced defensive-oriented coach. I'm not going to consider, well, you could consider him defensive-oriented, because I think they were second or first in the league last year, behind or in front of the NBA champion Warriors. So they need to get him, set that culture, give people assigned roles so KD don't have to play no damn jack of all trades, this damn LeBron role, which he don't play. He is a scorer who has the capability of being an above average defender and passer. That's what they need to do. So they on the right step. Steve Nash, this ain't the Suns, bro. Mike D'Antoni, I don't even know if he's still an assistant coach, but they got to get rid of Mike D'Antoni ass too. He been in assistant coach circles way too long with the Suns, with the Rockets, with the Nets. Get his ass up out of there, bro. We need some new people. Y'all fucking up the coaching ecosystem having this dude. He ain't won shit. Yes, he been an offensive innovator when it comes to coaching, but he's not won anything. Get him out of there. Get a new assistant coach, man. We need some we need some fresh meat around here. You got JB Bickerstaff, Tyronn Lue, Ime Udoka, the Magic coach, all them boys, man. Chauncey Billups. Let's get some people that the players actually want to be coached by in the league, shall we? Now, that's all I have for this video, man. Smash that like button, comment at the beginning, middle, and end of the video, share for others to see, subscribe if you're new, of course, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop. If there's a particular topic you want me to speak on, hit that link in the pinned comment section below and donate to the Regg, man.